Hi guys, what's up? It's me Indica, and today we are going to be talking about boundaries. You know what I mean? What are boundaries? um, yeah. Okay. So got my tea. It's peppermint and it has honey and lemon inside. It's yummy. But yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do the positive affirmations and get started. Okay. Oh. Also, do you like my flannel? It's new. My grandma got it for me for my birthday, or it was part of my birthday gift. Yeah, because she didn't give it to me on my birthday, but yeah, same thing. Okay, we're overthinking here. Okay, I am like I am love. I am divine energy. I am spontaneous. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am capable. I am intelligent. I am resourceful. And yeah, I am kind. Kindness. Oh, and respectful, because that is a huge thing, especially when we're talking about this topic. But honestly, in general, you know what I mean? But so what are boundaries, right? What are boundaries? I was gonna let it sit. Oh, don't burn anything. Damn. Oh wait, and let me blow out my candle. Okay. Love, light, thank you for the flame. Oh look, I have a maple cinnamon pumpkin candle. So good. It smells so good. But itchy. Yeah, okay. Yay! Oh no, it didn't blow out. What? I got tricked. Yo. I didn't do that one more time. Okay. Hey. I don't know why I thought it blew out. That's funny, because I was looking at the camera. That's why. Yeah, that's cool. So, I'm a little nervous. I haven't like did a video in a little bit, hot minute. But okay. So, what are boundaries? Okay. When you think about boundaries, you know what I mean? What do you think? Because when I hear boundaries, or when I hear the word boundaries, I think of knowing when to be involved and not be involved. You know what I mean? Knowing when to knowing the line there, knowing that there is a line, because I feel like everyone has a certain line that they set, or like a standard, or just something you can't cross because morally that's not cool with them, or just what I mean. Something that is morally correct to do is to respect someone's boundaries, and that's what I feel deeply. So when I hear the word boundaries, I think of respect, and I also think about the lack of respect. A lot of the times, people don't understand that word, or maybe they do, they just never, they aren't very familiar with it because, other people they've experienced, and because everyone has different boundaries, you know what I mean? Like everyone has something that they're okay with and not okay with. Some people might be okay with more things than others, you know what I mean? And like something might not be as big to you, or big of a deal to you, but it is to that other person. And you know what I mean? It is what it is. That's that person. All we can really do is respect and accept the person for who they are and what they stand for. But it's just, it's crazy to me because for a while I thought it wasn't okay, or I knew it was okay to set boundaries, but I always felt like guilty. That's what I mean, you know what I mean? Like I felt guilty to let someone know how I felt because I didn't want the other person to feel bad. But you know what I mean? Like, gotta put me first. You gotta convey how you feel. You gotta communicate. You know what I mean? Because if you don't communicate, what if that person is doing something they had no idea you weren't comfortable with? And boundaries, you know, you gotta, you set the boundary to be comfortable. You know what I mean? To let people know what you're comfortable with and not. And but you know, if you don't communicate to someone that, they probably will have no idea, you know what I mean? They're probably not aware of their actions as well. Not to justify anything, but it is something to think about. It is something to think about because for me, that's just morally, like, you know, you don't do certain things because morals. But to other people, it might not be like that, you know what I mean? Because everyone has different, like, everyone's different, like, everyone has different morals. Doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean I'm wrong, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so, it's like, yeah, for a long time, I still do feel guilty, you know, sometimes I do, sometimes I feel like I can't communicate my boundaries properly because I don't want someone else to feel bad. You know what I mean? I don't want to make anyone hurt. But, you know, honestly speaking, I feel like if you convey a boundary and someone does not respect your boundary, they do not respect you. Like, that's it. Like, you say you're not comfortable with something, you let it be known, you tell them why, you know what I mean? You communicate. And they're still like not respecting that. They don't respect you, and also they don't respect themselves. Like, that's dead ass, you know what I mean? That's just true. In my opinion. But it's crazy to me. It's crazy. It's like the perfect amount. Like, it's not too hot. It's not, like, you know, it's warm, but like the temperature is nice. I like it. But it's okay to set boundaries. Especially when you're not like comfortable with something, you know what I mean? Communicate that. I know it can be hard though, like, don't get me wrong, it can be hard. Cause I do think about people a lot, you know what I mean? I think a lot about what I do before I do it and what I say before I say it. But sometimes I don't, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'm just impulsive. Sometimes I just say shit that I probably shouldn't have said, you know what I mean? It's not all the time, but it does happen. And you know, it just happens sometimes. You feel me? But it's good to correct it, you know what I mean? Be like, oh damn, why did I do this? You know, gotta do some healing, you feel me? Gotta do some work, because I didn't like how I approached that situation. I didn't like how I approached that person, and owning up to your shit is so important, especially like when you are wrong, you know what I mean? And even if you aren't wrong, you know, like, own up to what you said. Own it, own it, own it, because you said it, you feel me? And because I feel like setting boundaries is, you know, like I said, respecting yourself, right? That's self-respect. That's knowing your worth. That's knowing your limits. Even though we're all limitless, but you know what I mean? Like, it's knowing what you're not comfortable with and comfortable with. And telling people what you're not comfortable with and comfortable with, that shows them, you know what I mean? And it's not for you to show anyone, but it does let them know. And that's what I'm talking about, communication. Right now, all I'm doing is like trying to say it in different ways. Just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you're picking up on that. So people can, if you don't understand what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? That's what I do a lot of the time. That's why my videos are longer than, I feel maybe some typical video. I don't know. This is my video. But, yeah, and in the long run, you know, what I've noticed when you set boundaries, you stick by those boundaries, you know what I mean? And you're like upfront with shit, you know, and really value yourself first. You know, you put yourself first. It's just the confidence, like the level of confidence, it just rises from there, you know what I mean? Because you're doing things for yourself, and you are acknowledging what feels good and what doesn't feel good. And you know, I would hope you're asking yourself why as well, you know. But it's just overall beneficial. Like it makes you happier, I feel, because you're not stressing out, you know what I mean? You're not feeling that uneasiness, that anxiety in your chest because you're doing something you don't want to do. You know what I mean? You're saying something, or you don't want to do. You're doing something you want to do. You're letting things happen. You know what I mean? That you're not okay with, but because you're scared to speak up, you know what I mean? Or you just feel bad, and or even if you don't even know how to set a boundary because you've never done it before, or you never like done it in that certain situation, you know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like you just gotta blurt it out, like especially if it's hurting you, you know what I mean? But at a certain point, you know, I feel like you shouldn't have to say your boundary when it's very clear not to do something. You know what I mean? Like those type of situations where it's blank. But I don't know. Even then, you know, like even then say it. But sometimes it's good to just save the words, save the energy. You know what I mean? Because some people will never get it. Some people will. Maybe they'll change. I don't know. I don't know them. I'm not them. You know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, sometimes it's just best to like walk away from a situation. Especially when you know that someone is not willing to understand you, because you know it's just like a waste of energy. Like I'm saying, that's what I'm trying to say. That you know you can tell. Pretty sure you can tell, right? If you observe the person, you can tell when someone is open to hearing what you have to say, and someone's open to hearing what you have to say. Someone's ready to say something back, not listening to you, or someone's not, like totally like doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Oh no, my computer died. My computer. Oh no. Got this. Hold on. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like you just know. Like you can pick up on the vibe, I feel too, because we have that intuition. But we're plugging this in. Hold up. But you know that's cool too. You know, like not everyone is gonna care, and that's them. You know what I mean? I care. I care about you, but you know some people don't, and it just is what it is. But in those situations, I find it beautiful. Like this is a very resourceful thing to do. You know what I mean? Is to conserve that energy. You know, get that explanation. You feel me? What you were gonna say, convey. You know, conserve it, transmute it into something else. Use that energy towards something else because that person is not willing to hear you out. You know what I mean? And that's cool. That's them. That's not you. That's them. But you could just, you know, it's energy. You know, I talk about energy, how you can transmute energy and create whatever the fuck you want. You really can. So I don't know, write something about that. Like, if you felt like you weren't heard, you know, fucking tell, maybe, if you feel like you weren't heard from that person, you know, if you have a support system, you can talk to them about that. You have a journal, or you have something that you really like to do, just pour your energy into that. But I would also reflect on that energy as well. You know what I mean? But it's cool. It's cool. Boundaries are so important, you know. Uh, yeah, based on off of my experience, I find it best to really just state your boundaries from like the jump. You feel me? Like, just straight up say it, to prevent anything. And from there, you know, if the person is clearly not respecting you, if they're not respecting your boundaries, then that's, you know, like, that's when you know that that, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So yeah, this is me talking about boundaries. I'm not sure if I have anything else to say. I'm trying to think. You know, it's important. Comfortability, self-respect. You know, long run, think long term. Conserving your energy. You know what I mean? Being aware of how much energy you're giving and how much you're not. You know. Uh, Yeah, just, and also being really honest with yourself. You know what I mean? Just be super honest with yourself and ask yourself questions like, am I really comfortable with this? Or am I just like, you know, wanting to make that person comfortable? And there's nothing wrong with wanting to make people comfortable, but not to the to what is it? Ah, fuck, I forgot the word. Not to the point where you're making yourself uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, we should just all be comfortable, but it doesn't happen always like that. But you know what I mean? Like, where it's like, there's just like a fine line, because it's good to be uncomfortable. It's good to be comfortable. But I think it's just very important to be aware of who you are setting the boundary with. You know what I mean? And not to have any expectations at all. Um, Yeah. But I think that's all I gotta say, you know what I mean? That's all I gotta say. What is it? Yeah, I'm gonna try to start making videos almost every day. What the fuck? I said it. Oh god. I'm trying to do it, dude. It's been tough lately. I'm not gonna lie. I've been like going through it, you feel me? But I've been working on my album now, and I'm really happy about that. But yeah, just shit happens, you know. Life happens, and life is beautiful, and yeah, just changing every day. But I love you guys so much. You know what I mean. I hope you have a blessed day, night, whatever it may be. um, and you know, we keeping the energy high. We're keeping it high, you know what I mean? I'm sure you could probably pick up on my sad energy or my low energy right now, but that's okay too, you know, it's a part of me. And I would never try to hide that part of me ever, because it's meant to be, you know what I mean? It's meant to be like that, I feel. But yeah, I hope you have a blessed day, or night, like I said, and it's all love. Bye guys.